Okay, so the theme is dignity. And I think from a young age, I was taught that you treat others the way you want to be treated. And so treating others with dignity became something that I believe was unconditional. And that has always been something that an energy that I put forward to others, regardless of their background, their ability, their race, their gender, their age, that they're deserving and where they have dignity. That's been especially important as I've worked with people who are unhoused or food insecure, where there's stigma associated with those sort of aspects, and also whatever job you can work, you may work. And that's always been something that's been very important to me, is to treat others the way I want to be treated, which is with dignity. So I'm running for Congress in PA3, which is most of Philadelphia. I have a background in public health and I specialize in prevention. But going back further than that, I was raised by two teachers. And in that regard, I saw how a lot of people can look down on people who spend their lives educating the next generation and don't make a very attractive salary, but it's enough to get by for sure. I have a twin brother who is on the spectrum, and seeing how people treated someone like him, who is just different. There's nothing wrong with him, but just different, so poorly was horrifying to see. And it has definitely caused me to lead with an open heart towards others, that people just don't deserve the harshness of this world. When I was in college, I worked as a stripper, I worked as a server, and I worked at Victoria's Secret as a sales associate. All of those jobs have been considered derogatory or demeaning for different reasons. One, I'm in service to another one, I'm taking my clothes off for money. All of it is to make an honest living and to pay my bills. That was the reason I did it. But people can simply choose to pay their bills or to work a certain job if that's what they so please. I think that's the power of making a choice. Now, as I'm running this race for Congress, this past quarter, we outraised my opponent. My opponent has held public office for 42 years. He's deeply entrenched, and for us to outraise him in a quarter is a very big deal. On the other hand, in response to some trolling attacks on social media, I made an OnlyFans, and I'm also very well known as the stripper candidate, the former stripper congressional candidate, and I don't have a name. And so it's very hard to get people to report on our success in fundraising when they don't want to take someone with my past and present seriously. And I think that is where dignity comes to play, or lack of dignity comes into play. Throughout the media, I've been labeled as the former stripper and have had my name, my identity, my story erased. And I think that, again, going back to treat others the way you want to be treated, that this is dehumanizing, and that the media can play a powerful role in telling the stories of everyday people and making sure that our individualism is valued while we bond in a communal sense through something like this.